Hello friends, I am back with my series of SIP. But I feel the journey of any legend starts with a single step. And to be a legend, you must have passion, continue, you have to give 100% efforts. You should give your 100% always. You should work with dedication, hard work, and you have to give relentless effort towards your objective. You must have positive attitude. You must have good thought to be a legend. Actually, in life, we have 3 steps. In the very first phase of our life, we learn, then we earn, then we start giving to the society. But when you talk about the organization, that start with learning, development of yourself, then development of your colleague, your staff, and you start working as a mentor. And finally, you become a legend. Leaders usually say, do or die. Mentor says, do before you die. And legends gives you inspiration. Don't die until you finish your job. And in that series of SIP, today I am very happy and humbled. Respected Atar Singh Sir has invited my request, and he is with me in my series of SIP. And before I invite him to know about his beautiful journey, I will like to give a brief introduction about this legend. He has over 37 years of diverse experience in the various fields aligning with the educational credential in engineering, economics, environmental management, engineering management. He has been associated with the very leading institutions like IIT Bombay, IIM Bangalore, IGNU, DTU. Apart from that, he has worked in NTPC Korba, and he has managed civil and electrical construction projects. Apart from that, he has worked in various positions as director and head at NPTIER, consultant electrical at DTU, technical professional at NTPC, independent advisor across other powers and energy industries. And the most important thing is that presently heading skill training operations, business development and administration activity at Power Sector Skill Council, which is an autonomous organization promoted by Central Electricity Authority, Ministry of Power. He has attended senior management level courses such as EIA, Audit at University as Bradford, UK, Energy Conservation Technique for India at GIC by KITA through GICA in Japan. And he has been the follow members of Institution of Engineers, members of SEAMS, life member of AEE, Georgia, USA. He has guided and advised power sector utilities and other energy intensive industries, steel, cement, thermal power stations for reducing CO2 emissions, AT&C losses, saving energies in furtherance of national missions for enhanced energy efficiency. And he has mentored seasons and future energy leaders of power sector, organization, NTPC, HPCL. The list is very long. And now I would like to welcome respected Honorable Atar Singh Sir on my show of SIP Story of Impressive Person. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for providing me opportunity to speak about my journey. So, if I start actually, during old days, actually, I did not have any guidance how to propel in my life. I did not have any guidance because I belong to village of UP. This is from rural background where there was no education at all. But whatever in the journey, whatever people or whosoever I found on the journey, I took many of the tips from them, then how to propel for my life, for the towards different goals, different achievement. From the beginning itself, when I was a child, I had in my mind that the world is suffering a lot, and how this world may be made beautiful, what we can contribute to make this Earth planet, or this world beautiful, that everybody lives a good life, happy life, and contributing to the nation and also to the globe as a whole. So
Wow.
that was always just cropping up in my mind, and how I can do, and how I have to come out of so many vortex of these rural area, and no electricity, no water, nothing. But anyway, I was determined that I will definitely do something.
Okay. Sir, can you tell me
So
something about your engineering and how did you enter into that power utility sector?
yes, yes. Actually, at that time I joined after intermediate science. I joined this. I did intermediate science from the college in Tulkwa of UP State. Then after that, I joined this BSc Physics, Chemistry, Mathematics in the university's best college, one of the best colleges of Merit University that time in 1979. But there was a turning moment for me when I joined this BSc. That time, BSc education was for 2 years duration that time, and so many changes were there. Anyway, so I want to narrate that story that when I was doing the practical in chemistry lab, I saw the person, this attendant of the chemistry lab. I asked him, I saw him that he was cleaning burette, pipette, he was cleaning. So I asked him that, anyway, because I did not have any much knowledge or any background of any education and for alignment. So I asked him that how this BSc people will clean this burette, pipette, and all brackets and all these things and cleaning the instruments. So anyway, that really was a really funny thing for me because I did not have any knowledge. So this man told me that after doing BSc, you will do the same work what I am doing. For cleaning this burette, pipette, and beakers, so I will do the after BSc. I will do this. I did not have the knowledge because I did not know. So that man was the person who revolted me that no, man, I am not going to join this profession of cleaning this. But because he did not have the much knowledge also, I have come across that person. So, but professors in the Lajpat Rai postgraduate colleges in Sahiwala, that is the nearest. So I took the admission over there. I had the feeling that probably this college is affiliated to the university. So I have always in my mind, I will join any good university, any institution. But anyway, by default or whatever you say, whatever knowledge I was having, so I took the admission. First college who who gave me the admission because it was the first college of University of Meerut, situated in Sahibabad. So I think it is better to join a college which is opening very first in the university. So
Then
I
how
joined
did you
this
come
and
into that power sector after that?
uh, so after that again then took the turn, then BE I was trying for the Delhi College of BE, and but I did not have that much. But by default or whatever you say, I joined engineering diploma in Delhi. It was third
Okay.
wise polytechnic.
Okay.
So that time our board did not announce the results. So because at that time based on the merit, this DCE Delhi College of used to give the admission, but that time I was from UP board. UP board did not declare the process. But I saw anyway. So I joined by default or whatever you say. I joined diploma in
What was the
Delhi,
duration of that
polytechnic.
diploma? 3 years or 4 years at that point of time?
3 years.
Okay.
Electrical engineering.
Electrical.
So then again turning moment because I was BSc, I left BSc. I left BSc, I joined this.
Okay.
And I was trying for this. I knew only this Roorkee University and Delhi College of Engineering. That knowledge I had at that time. Long back in 1979, almost 40 years back, for more than 40 years back. So that was the scenario at that time. And anyway, I joined it, I was doing this and that, but I was not satisfied. Somewhere I have did the mistake. So one of the college lecturer told me that no, you left this and that, and you don't have to be in the same profession. You upgrade yourself. So our mentor was here in Delhi, so they did it and that you do something. But at that time, this BE or BTech, full-time BTech and part-time BTech was not there, almost not available in the country. So that time I joined AMI, Institution of Engineers. I joined.
Okay.
So before joining,
I think that was the only route available for the
I
diploma
joined this
at that point of time.
NTPC. Pardon?
I think at that point of time, that was the only route available for the diploma persons.
Yes. That was the only route available to the diploma person. But anyway, in 1983, I did the diploma. Then I joined this NTPC board in the junior engineer cadre.
Okay.
Anyway, but that time, but I knew the gap between the diploma and degree. So I had somewhere I had done a mistake, but I cannot do anything. That was beyond my control. Anyway, so I did this AMI over there. I was going through study, managing the study hours during the lunch period. So my boss, he has been my mentor also. He supported me a lot in this journey that you upgrade yourself and I will do the work. What you want to do, what work you will do, I will do this work.
Okay.
But you continue your study.
How was your experience in the NTPC you joined?
Yes, actually it was almost 8 to 9 years. I joined 1983, left in 1991. So again, I left NTPC and then joining this higher cadre and joined this NPTA in Group A officer.
Okay.
I have to leave this and I don't want to continue this and that. So anyway, I had some different plans. Actually. I had the plans to become the IAS officer or something, but I could not. But anyway, that was in my mind because the country can, with these engineers, can contribute to the engineering field only. But overall scenario, there was the event that happened in NTPC that time, that a dictator, this IAS officer simply, I had in my mind at that time, I was young, that a simple BA pass, ordinary pass, just passes the qualification, IAS officer, he becomes just passing exam. And these engineers, they are running through like the pillar to post and doing hard work, but they are being controlled by these people. They are dictating them. But anyway, because of the portfolio,
What was
the structure?
What was the biggest
anyway,
role as a director and head at NPTIER? What was the biggest achievement?
Actually, you see, I had the mind in my mind that okay, I will be doing only training work, but that my impression, my thinking was totally wrong. This NPTI is not a organization which gives the training only. There, my portfolio was that I had to look after training and I had to look after the projects.
Okay.
Projects and O&M of this electrical works. So I remember my DG who posted me that you are coming from NTPC and so many projects are coming up. You know everything, this and that. So we will utilize your knowledge in project management. So that gave me the different, but I heard that okay, I will get the time here, I will manage. But that was some scenario was going to in different way because of my thinking. Anyway, so that time, okay, I completed without any coaching in this this AMI in the year 1990. So I changed to NPTI, very group officer. Then I worked over there for 24 hours, more than 24 years. And I had the opportunity for being deputed to international level training by my veteran, by my senior respected Director Generals of NPTI. And one of the most respected Director General who I still remember is Mr. V.K. Sood, who was the founder chairman of DERC also.
Yes.
Director General of NPTI at that time. We used to have the tough fight. Also we choose, but ultimately he lastly appreciated that what you are saying, that is correct.
So you have also worked with DTU as a consultant. What was the main challenge as a consultant with DTU?
Yes, Actually, there in DTU, these academic people, the professor, I have the respect to the professors, of course, but there were some issues. Some professors uh, did not want that. They wanted just same type of practices, and I wanted to, because I was given the this advice role to give the advices and consultancy for the energy efficiency improvement in the your
But I
university.
acceptance of latest technology is a challenge with that academia people.
There actually this system is 17 to 18 years old, and then all these panels and these breakers need upgradation that have to
Right,
be
right,
changed.
right.
Why circuit breaker? This they have to be replaced with the SFCK circuit breaker. If you have any KV, or like that, and breakers are old and this oil filled, and moreover manpower is not there who maintain the system
So we
properly,
have to
operate
change with
and
the latest technology. We have to
yes,
move
yes,
to
yes.
that
That
phase.
has to be upgraded. Moreover, so many losses. This air conditioners, they have put age-old air conditioners which have poor efficiency, which needs the rigorous maintenances,
Then
efficiency
how
for the
did you
efficiency.
make them understand that to be done?
Yes, yes, yes. I tell you, then I had a meeting with all these guys who were the stakeholder in management of these affairs of this, and there was some issues about this. DTU has the solar PV plant also. There were some grid connectivity issues with the Tata Power DDL and all. Then again, this IPGCL was the this is the agency, the league government, which took the this project and imparted the project to the one of the RESCO developer who set up the plant. So there was some issue and issue. There was some confusion regarding the power purchase agreement, and then I made them to understand that you must please go through the power purchase agreement, then you move forward. But anyway, that was accepted, and this huge losses were there. Bill was of 56 lakhs, and it was reduced within a period of 2 months, almost to 54 lakhs.
Wow.
That was the effect of intervention, but that did not much last for this. That did not much. We continued anyway. So there were some issues anyway. So moreover, actually, they must have this engineering proper engineering staff structure they must have because they have to maintain the university. But people are joining there as a consultant like that. They are not the regular employee. But regular employee have to be there who can understand the system, who can take it. If consultants come and go. They
So
don't own
true.
the system. They don't own the system. That is, this is our own system.
Hmm.
So anyway, a bit. I heard something different. That okay, I will do this.
Sir, you have worked as a advisor, independent advisor for many power energy industries. What was your
Yes.
experience as an advisor?
Actually, you see, not directly in interface, but through this capacity building programs. I advise them on different forums, including vice president, senior vice president, that what we have to do on ground level. Because being from this management ground, engineering background, and so many years of experience in challenges faced throughout the life, so I had my different perception of just thinking that way. So. I advise them on different forums where you have to point out and where you have to focus. What is the problem area? What is
Okay.
the problem area? You have to focus on that problem area, and your techno-economic actually systems should be acceptable technically. Systems should be accepted financially.
True.
So there, I am happy that this vice president HR, vice president finance, vice president technical. So not only Tata about BSc is also there. So all these superior person they accepted the fact.
Initially, did you get
I
any
am happy with some.
reluctance from these people?
Pardon?
Did you get any reluctance from these people on your advice?
No, not at all. And I made them aware that if you see a global scenario, what you have to contribute and how this, because you have to, this techno-economically, you have to develop the project, you have to do this. There was no reluctance, of course. I really appreciate. And moreover, okay, the scenario is different. Really, scenario is different. And but other states, I had a tough fight to convince them because they were not coming out of the age-old thinking like that. I will not. It is not good to name. others. So anyway, so
That
this
was the
was the
biggest
challenge.
challenge
And at last,
that you could
at
overcome.
last, yeah, just at last, actually, in the end, they had to accept that this is the fact, and we have to accept the fact. Then
Yeah.
it does not need any, technology. You are the best brains of the country. You are the best brains of the country. You have been selected through a route, through a system, through a process. You have been selected. You are the meritorious. You are the intelligent. You have brilliant. But what is the thing which is stopping you to move ahead?
True.
I used to ask them. But it is the mindset, it is the problem of mindset only. It is the problem of the attitude only. Nobody is stopping you. Minister is not stopping you to do the any work. Why minister will? Ministers are doing their own work. You do your own work. You are, and in Nigeria, I asked these engineers, you are not focusing on your work. You are focusing on the work of minister. Minister has to do his or her own work. You have to do your own work. And it is really a very pathetic condition in Nigeria that the person who is the in charge of that division in his or her area, total dark was there in Lagos. Other side, beautifully illuminated other part of the Nigeria. So I asked, why this is happening? What is the problem with you? Why you don't light up your area? I asked them that what is the problem with you? So you have the material, you have the other resources, manpower you have the material, everything you have. But what my minister is not working. Really funny. How minister is connected with your work?
True.
Being a citizen, it is good to think about that. But whenever this work portfolio is concerned, when this
Now I would like to
the
move.
work.
Now I would like to
Next.
have now time to talk about your present role. Now you are heading the head. You are the head of Power Sector Skill Council. What is your role? What is your function, and what are the plan in your mind about that department?
You see, actually, in the chain, if you see in the chain from the lowest rank of the ladder of this hierarchy, if you see that the people who are doing the works with their own hands, if these people, we have this his potential, we have the talented youths in our country, we have the talented youths of the country, given the opportunity to them, and from the right hands, we really brighten up their lives, the future. So how we can do, for their development, and how we have to do, because this you see that once you do graduation or an engineering or whatever you do, but that becomes obsolete one day. You have to upgrade your knowledge. You have to upgrade the knowledge. You have to centralize the knowledge with your the emerging changes in the technology, emerging changes in the behavior also.
Very true.
Emerging changes in the behavior of the consumers also you have to do. You have to accept. That is the challenge, and that everybody has to do that. And doing any kind of malpractices or not deviating them from the role they have to play in future, really it is a crime. I understand. So honestly, if you think of the people do their work in the best, effective and efficient way, they can do. They have to do. So our role is that in the sector skill concept that right from it is not only the person who is responsible, in everybody is responsible, everybody has to play his or her own role in the chain of power supply value chain to make it robust, to make it efficient, to make it reliable, so that the society is benefited at large.
Any special
without any problem.
have you planned as a head of that sector skill council? Any
So
special
actually,
thing are you
you
planning?
see, I am not the CEO of that council. I am heading a one section of this council. So we have that if people, you see, smart metering. Smart metering, that is the issue. And the government of India wants that meters have to be replaced. Of course, accuracy is the problem, and theft is the problem. So many other problems are there, and outage really Delhi scenario is better. If we see other parts of the country, most of the hours So situation is improving. Of course, government has taken the intervention, given the many change management roles and many in supportive way. Government has contributed a lot and giving the different schemes for revamping of the system, discounts particularly. Discount the last mile delivery in the power supply chain. This is last connected to the consumers. So there we have to be focused on that. So that has to be focused that we have to concentrate on that area. Smart metering is the area. Then again, you have to do the revamping, you have to do all this. Earthing is also an issue. Safety is also an issue. And these are the prime issue in across. If you see the sector, okay, generation safety aspect is good, but when you move to distribution, transmission, okay, generation transmissions are okay. That is up to the satisfactory level. But in distribution side, safety norms are violated. Whatever safety norms are in place,
True.
they are violated.
Agreed.
Electric supply code, what is mentioned, that is violated. And this people are very least concerned about this violation. Why people are doing the violation. So there are some right of way problem maybe there. Installing the transformer or installing the switchboard or like at some place. But anyway, there's some safe measures you have to take. Otherwise, step potential or touch potential, these are the problems anyway. And grounding also, fencing also. So on those areas, safety is also one of the area where these people have to trade. Moreover, if you see the terminations, cable termination, cable jointing,
These are the issues of concern.
Yeah. You have to focus on that, that is loss making area, and then I square are losses, causing a lot of energy wastage.
Right.
In the system. So these are these are the challenges, but these challenges can be made, but provided just a minute, provided this system is in place and system is working perfectly. So our task is just to streamline the system in the country level, and we have the plan for the global scale also. We scale development program, we can do the work for others also, other nations of the world also. We may be a good example for others to learn. India has been a leader in most of the things, most of the areas of the socio-economic balances and business. But there also we can, our country can contribute, and it may be a good example for other nations to follow the practices over here, despite many challenges. But challenges are always met.
Very
So
right.
we can give we be a role model for others to follow. Most of the things they don't know. It is the area. So we are just doing that. We want to this whole ecosystem is perfectly working, efficiently working. Our try is that.
Sir, moving ahead, I am coming to very favorite topics of yours, that is the energy conservation. What do you think is the biggest issue in energy intensive industries like steel, cement? You have been working as a consultant for many such industry. What do you think? What are the main issues with that industries?
Yes, actually, issues. What is the major issues were there, that wastage of the material. Number one. Number two is your energy. Most of the industries, they have not put variable frequency drive. So as an advisor to them, that we advise that the output, this speed of the induction motor should be matched with the output. So lesser the output, lesser should be the speed. But this is the physics formula, that speed is less, power consumption will be less. So why is, and you are putting the gear between these motors, between the motor and your pumps or fans, whatever it is. So that is there. Grinders, liquor grinders are there. So you have to put that, and if you want less output, so you need to reduce the speed of induction motor. By that way, this induction motor will consume less energy. Less energy means, and this energy consumption is calculated in terms of oil equivalent, because the rate is decided based on the market rate of the prices of the oil. So all kinds of energies are calculated in terms of equivalent, oil equivalent terms. So oil equivalent terms, that is the formula, different formulas are there, and all kinds of energy are calculated in terms of oil equivalent terms. So there we advise that, okay, you control this, you control this, you control this. If you see, ultimately coming to the point that means less consumption means less pollution, because this, again you have to burn the coal. And the coal, certain percent of CO2 based on the coal flow input required for the consumption for generating certain megawatt output. Then if coal calorific value is low, you have to burn more coal. So if more S is there, so response this respiratory disease are increasing. And, global warming, everybody is just have the knowledge of the global warming across the globe, what is happening, what we have to do. So many protocols, so many meetings have been held by the Kyoto Protocol, your
Basically,
2005 onward.
heat management,
COP26
management is the big issues with these industries.
management is the big issue. Moreover, people have started awareness. They are aware, but if you see this major part of this energy efficiency is the challenges in for MSME. In MSME, this is informal sector. They are the people who are working, they don't have that much of knowledge. They are recruited. They are not sent for training. So that way is different. We have in power sectors, we have different job roles, and we can improve a lot. We can improve their condition of MSME also. So energy efficiency, again, this JAD scheme again revived by Government of India MSME. JAD scheme energy efficiency is focusing on the in JAD scheme focus on environment and zero defect and zero effect. Zero effect means negative effect on environmental conditions. That is the objective of this JAD scheme. And these industries are promoted on the JAD schemes. So again, this Government of India is also giving this global green funds also, and these other other banks are also there. Asian development, other banks, financial institutions are also funding the project, who working for the green growth. And this your Asian Development Bank is also funding for the renewable energy project. Renewable energy project, if you see, you calculate your oil equivalent in terms of your consumption, that is very less. And CO2 is also not a problem, not a big issue if you generate your renewable power. Again, this is not this renewable energy generation. That does not mean the renewable energy generation will not be producing CO2. That will be producing, because if you connect in the whole value chain, right from the transportation to the installation, you are burning, you are taking this equipment from the trucks. The trucks are using this diesel.
Right.
Diesel fuel they are using. So again, CO2 is generated. So that if you take part as a whole in a synergetic way, that of course integrated approach is that also causes, but
there
that's
must be
not
some
much.
holistic
That does
view
not
to tackle that
that
issue.
will not have a much impact on the scenario. Pardon?
Sir, I think there should be holistic view to tackle all these energy conservation problems at all. In isolation, we can't solve that problem.
Yes, actually, this people are given people are being offered this seminar to attend during the different times, and different periodicity they are being trained on mentored also. Then what are the issues and how much money you will be losing if you don't maintain. And if you see this lean manufacturing in MSME, in case of MSME, lean manufacturing is there. That is the latest. In lean manufacturing, Kanban and other your theories are there, which are practiced in Japan. And Japan is the leader in terms of quality management. Everybody knows.
Yes, yes.
So there, all the practices are being followed there. And in Toyota, these cars and production manufacturing, car manufacturing, they adopted lean, and other also part of the country. Lean manufacturing is improving the operational efficiency, lean operational efficiency, economic efficiency, and the healthy condition of the sectors also. Financially, they are doing good. If they take up this lean management. So I am going through all this and how we can save the energy. If 5S is another MSME is concerned, or any industry is concerned, 5S is applicable to all. 5S is applicable not only to this MSME, it is applicable to all working places. whether it is your industry, whether it is your power station, whether it is your office, whether it is your anything. So this set in order, standardization, like that, cleaning, like that, segregation. So these are the 5 S. And this is your definitely is a part of the lean manufacturing. That is the heart of this lean manufacturing.
Right.
So
Sir,
in
you
operational efficiency, just a minute. Actually, this modern concept is that, but you have to reduce the cost. You have to reduce the cost of production, cost of manufactured product. You have to reduce in order to have more margin, more profit margin. You have to reduce the cost. How you can reduce the cost? You have to reduce the cost by maintaining the system in a good way, by operating the network in a good way, and this using the efficient equipment in the system. People don't have the knowledge of IE motors are there, highly efficient motors are there. The Bureau of Energy Efficiency has come with this project. They have offered this project to other MSCVs also. But you change your motors with the highest efficient motors in your country. So that will give the improvement. And financially, they will not be drained. They will be having more money for business growth. They can give you the money, whatever they will be earning extra on account of the saving of the losses. They can use that funds for, they can use this earning for the future growth of the company, for future growth of the employee, so that they will be satisfied, their productivity will enhance. They will be happy, their family will be happy, and production will be just tremendous and giving the more profitability to the organization, operational as well as financial profitability. That can be done.
okay.
Nothing is impossible.
Sir, now time to know about your personal life, social life, and your future plan as a Atar Singh Sir.
Actually, you see, I am very, you see, I accommodate myself with all kinds of guys, whether children and this and that. So I have some time dominating attitude, but that is not a dominating attitude, just to put the people on the right path. Whatever I have learned through the experience, I have learned the experience through so many Torontos, so many volcanic eruptions like that. So my childhood started from that stages. So I have seen many disasters in my life. This Corona, I did not anticipate that this disaster will happen sometime. But before Corona, I had so many faced so many volcanic, so many disruptions, so many disasters. So I was used to that. This will come, this will go. This will come, this will go. So that attitude, if you have in your mind, because in world nothing is permanent, nothing is permanent, everything is dynamic. I believe in that. Even material, you are engineer, material is also elastic in nature.
So, what are your future plan? What next?
Next future plan, actually, just now I have to fulfill some responsibilities, family responsibilities. And
Okay.
I am busy in that, which I could not give much of the time during this journey. So to cope up with all this, then I will come up. So I have not yet decided, but definitely I will do something. And my future plan, if you want to ask, on global scale level, I want to address this youth as well as seasoned leaders, seasoned senior leaders. I want to address that you have to synchronize with the youth so that you may go forward. You have to accept their ideas, not just dictating. Okay, your experience will count, but you may tell your experience, but if they want to use your experience, they can use it as an input tool. As an input tool, they will be processing it out, they will be getting. Whatever out they will be getting. So challenges are always there, but my plan is that on global scale level, so I want to address this use and this all seasoned leaders or seasoned youth. Seasoned youth, I don't say them, this old person. They are not old, they are the highly matured persons. I give the term them. I don't use the term they are old. That term is matured person, highly matured. That's the term I generally give. So this is my own term, what I use.
Sir,
Matured.
finally we have come to a point where I asked a very important, last but not the least question from all the legends that I'm going to ask. What is your piece of advice for the youth engineers to grow and glow in the life? What is your piece of advice?
Yes, piece of advice is that if you put a mental lock, if you put a mental lock that this is only my boundary, so you stop learning. You stop learning. You have to learn from each and every stage. You learn from each and every stage and never frustrate in your life. Things will come, bad things will come, and bad things will go. Definitely they will go. They have the life cycle. They have the life cycle. They will come and they will go. Nothing is permanent in this world. Nothing is permanent in this world. Everything is moving. Everything is dynamic. I am not philosophically say I am not a religious guru or like that. But I believe in that because I have faced that. So sin changes any time, sin may change. And but provided you have the endurance, you have to strong built up to face these challenges.
True.
तो आएगा जाएगा चलता रहेगा ऐसी संसार.
True, true, very true.
इसको फिक्स करके बैठ जाओ कि this is final, nothing is final.
Right.
So my advice is that nothing is final and success is a journey. Success is not a destination. Success is a journey. Every time you have to do the journey.
Carry on.
Do the journey. And if you accept this fact of the life, you will be happier, and you will also make others to be happier. Also. To be happier also. Government is doing so many things, loans and other startups. This is very good, and for your own growth. If you are running only for government job and government job not plenty, but other jobs you can also do. So many opportunities are there in present times. So many startup you can do. So anytime, anywhere you can start. That is accepted. And this is the beauty is that you are given the loans also, but you must have some idea. You must consider some
very
idea.
Different advice.
The piece of advice that never frustrate in life.
Right.
Nothing is permanent. Move ahead. Don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. You must have determination. You have to, for achieving the big goal, you have to, in the journey, you have to achieve the goals, small goals. You make small goals. You achieve a small goal one by one to reach the highest goal. To reach the highest goal. Because highest goal cannot be achieved without achieving the small goals. That I believe in. So my piece of advice, my advice to the youth will be that if they follow this practice, their suffering or so-called depression, all these kinds of things, that will be away. That will be away. So you have to just be rather, in the last I would say that be a good human being.
Wow.
Not a human.
Great.
Be a good human being. Be a good human being. Don't become a human or like that. A piece of just robotics and all this.
And
so some emotions, some things. So that has to take you to a long path. So there is so many things are there. So because I have seen so many prosperous persons, so many poor persons, so many things I have through the 60 years of journey. I'm not just 60, but it is 60 years journey. What? So some things which you don't think happens to you. Something
you
that
should
happens
be
to you.
Challenge. The challenges in life, I think.
Yes. That is challenging life. That is always be there. And life is not a bed of roses. Life is not a bed of roses.
Right.
Thorns are also there. Thorns are also there. If you see from the nature, rose flower you see, thorns are there.
Thank you. And sir, at last, thanks a lot once again for accepting my invitation to be the part of SIP. And friends, that journey will continue, and the more legends like respected Honorable Atar Singh will be coming to our show to share their experiences. And time to say this Maha legend, respected Atar Singh, thank you once again. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Roda. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.